I'm so
It
proud
was
of you.
great, except for you're muted.
It wouldn't be effective.
I want to hate all of you, but I can't because it's my own damn fault. I got everything squared away. I have my dice tonight. I'm all squared away. You know what? The moment is gone. Just welcome to the Plaster Dragon.
It was the best introduction no one will ever hear.
We could have a tribute to the best introduction ever.
Lost again.
Those are Tenacious D.
Lost again. Apparently you got lost again.
It was the best.
What the hell? How did I get muted a second time? I unmuted myself. Can you guys hear?
Special skill.
Can you hear me now? See, could you have heard me at all at any point? What's going on? So
I hears you, if that makes a difference.
Yes, you can be heard now.
All right, that's great. Can anyone else be heard? Just, all right, welcome. It's the Plaster Dragon.
No problem with it. Hi, Fire.
Welcome to the Plaster Dragon. You're here, we're here. Let's just have an episode, okay? I know I'm already having an episode, aren't I? It's just
yes, you are.
Do you smell burnt toast?
Do you smell fudge when there is no fudge present? Who gets that reference? No one. Okay, just me then.
It's okay. You're having an episode.
I am having an episode, but hopefully somebody in the chat got that one. But probably not. We're moving on. We're moving on. Announcements. Let's go right down to announcements. So tomorrow night, Wednesday, on the Plaster Dragon, we will either be having some Jackbox or a new game called Baron Munchausen. Tune in to see what Billy and Tracy have up their sleeve. Well, just Billy. Tracy doesn't have sleeves. See? Nothing up her sleeves, including sleeves. But that makes the magic that much more impressive. Trust me on that.
Guns. Ugh.
And as we saw, well, not we, but just me and Billy at the kickboxing class, she can kick our asses. So don't mess with her. And I don't mean Zuki. I actually mean Callie. Friday night, you'll want to tune in for a special Web of Lies. What makes it special? I do not want to spoil the surprise, but let's just say Maya has something really cool up her sleeve, and it will be very much worth your time. So check it out. It's gonna be awesome. And then Saturday, we have an episode of Drunken Dread. Same time, different location. What? That's right, we're going to be trying out a secondary set for Drunken Dread. Stay tuned to find out exactly what the theme is. But it's going to be a whole new rotation of players. You're going to see fan favorite Audi, who was our green-haired red shirt, as well as she was our oldest vampire, wasn't she? She was the mother of the vampires.
She was.
And she is bringing her significant other. Heath, one of our Ghostbusters, is coming back for a second go-around, and he is bringing a friend of his who is also a first-timer. So we're going to have a real fun dynamic. And, of course, Bits Girl Tim on the board, and being Bits Girl. So it's going to be pure awesome chaos. And then we loop around to Monday for the penultimate episode of Chosen Family. Reardon has been rescued. The battle has been joined. Grayer is dead. And now there's only one thing left to do. Stop Tiamat from coming through and destroying everything on the plane.
What about the Vasavi?
Well, I figured that, that would be a part of stopping Tiamat from coming through. If you stop Dova Savik, you probably stop Tiamat. Seems legit.
That's fair.
And now, let us get down to tonight's episode. When we last left our heroes, they managed to derail an entire week's worth of planning with a single sentence. I'm sorry, not they. Sorry, Callie. Zephyr managed to derail an entire week's worth of planning with a single sentence, during which he broke his oath to Malmarathir by sharing with Zuki's dad a thing that he swore not to share. And this triggered a bunch of Fey contractual magic and forced him to be imprisoned, and the party spent the rest of the episode negotiating his freedom. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And he was forced to learn humility, which for an emo musician teen is not the easiest thing to do, but in the end, he came around and is now the court minstrel of the Summer Court of the Fae, which is quite a reversal from where he started the episode. So I guess no harm, no foul. And the players have all met during the week and promised me that they would not derail the episode with a single sentence.
I don't think we ever promised that.
No,
never promised that.
no, that's not true. Billy and Tracy did promise that. They said it was going to be at least 3 sentences. So in the Twitch chat, post how many sentences you think it's going to take them to derail tonight's episode, and I will start to keep track of things, and we'll announce the winner at the end.
Do you really? You really want to do this? You really want to challenge us to see how fast we can do this?
Oh no, I'm not challenging it. It's not a challenge.
We can derail a campaign with the best of them.
No, it's not a challenge.
Autumn?
No, this is just one of those things where it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. It's just a question of when it's going to happen. And so I'm just trying to turn it into a fun little game for our audience. That's all.
For what you wish
Freaking
for.
game.
Again,
Reggie proposes to Mon Mothra.
Ooh. Whoa.
got it in 1. There we go. So apparently they did not keep their promise. And now tonight's episode has gone. No. All right. So. And again, not a wish, just an expectation.
Sure.
You could always surprise me pleasantly. I would love that. I would
Is
love
there a
it.
reward if it doesn't happen?
If you don't derail the episode, you guys can level up at the end of the evening. How's that?
Oh.
Oh, well, sorry guys, we didn't get to level up.
And then you will be the same level as the people in DC.
Crossover.
I'm just saying. So, incentive. But that is where we left our heroes. So I believe that everybody at the yes, Nicholas.
Benevolent Jim, where would you like to go this evening?
Oh no, that's not up to me. Tracy, you okay? All right. So,
And we're done. Damn it!
if I recall correctly, at the end of the episode, now I'm doing it. Is this contagious?
What is happening? Are
I
you
don't-
dying?
We're
Derailed it without saying a word.
the campaign.
The answer was 0 sentences. No, I started
You
laughing, and then I inhaled, and some saliva went down the wrong tube, and I just started aspirating. You know, the way one does. So, at the end of last episode, you had said your goodbyes to the summer court and bowed your way out through the portal and returned to headquarters. And it was still evening. Mom and Dad had taken off for the night to have one last night together before she had to go to summer for a while.
Nobody wants to say anything. We don't want to derail.
So, all of you are at the house.
We do completely normal things and a normal way for the rest of the evening.
Damn it! I was not expecting that.
Oh, we derailed it already. World exploded.
I will check my phone and make sure there are no messages from Gray or Mikey B. And then I think I will settle in for a rest. I think it's been a
Okay.
long day.
It has indeed been a long day.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
Are the separate quarters completed in the Scooby-Doo gang hideout?
I'm sorry, what?
Were there separate quarters
Yes.
in the hideout?
Yep, you do
Are
have
those all
your own.
completed?
Yes, they are.
I shall retire to my boudoir.
Nick, you has your own room.
It's awesome.
It's not really decorated to your taste or anything yet because, you know, you haven't.
It will be.
Right. So you can let me
But
know.
there's a queen size water bed in there,
Duh.
just like you asked for.
Of course.
You know, there probably is. Queen-size waterbed and a minibar.
Nick's crazy like that.
All right,
Nobody does water beds anymore except for Nick.
Kill. All right, what are you doing this evening?
What time is it?
It's like 9.
Nah, it's been a long day, like everybody said. I think I'm gonna turn in.
All right, Zuki turning in. Zephyr.
Well, I'm going to see if Zorro is still available and with me.
Zorro is still available.
I'm able to call him. Okay.
Yes.
Well, seeing how everybody's going to bed, I'm going to actually going to head into the ancestral room and do a little bit of meditation, and then I'll be retiring for the evening.
You go into the ancestral room, and Mom is there, and she's meditating, and there's incense going. And
okay, I suck it up and get tough and go and kneel down next to her and begin my meditation.
okay. She goes and she finishes. She's apparently been in there a while. From the strength of the incense smell, you can tell she's been in there for a bit. And she gets up, doesn't say a word, and just turns and walks out.
Perfect.
And you've experienced the silent treatment from her before.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a teenager. Right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'll spend about an hour in there doing some meditation and stuff, and then I'm going to head on to bed. And if the ancestors haven't told me anything,
And
which they never do.
They never do. You don't understand.
No.
I mean, there's a part of you that really doesn't understand this whole communing with the ancestors thing because they never say anything back, and you don't really feel the same sense of peace that your mom says you should feel when you're done. But it's a respect thing that keeps you going back to try.
Yeah, and I keep trying.
You're looking for that connection, and you just haven't found it yet.
Perfect.
Okay, and then you head out and go to bed.
And head out and head on to bed.
All right, Nick, you doing anything interesting in your room there? As if I didn't know. That sounded wrong. See, we can see there's a text chat going on in the background that the audience can't see, and I was trying to let them in on what you messaged me, not that you were doing anything untoward in your private quarters.
Zuki and I are teasing each other. We're making mom jokes to each other. Mine's dead though.
Yeah. Mine's
Thanks,
not.
Zuki.
Plus yours was evil. Whatever.
Maybe.
I have a
Could
mom.
be.
She's awesome
Perspective.
and alive. That's pretty harsh. Funny, but harsh.
She's really not pulling the punches. Yeah, I would like to read about my deceased mother in
All right.
the book I just received.
Okay.
Learn more about her. Maybe she was misunderstood.
You know, give me an insight check.
Okay, first fail roll of the day. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so I'm done for the rest of the day. I got a 20. I'm done. I'm out. Later,
All
guys.
There's your nat 20 for the night. You're good.
And that's it. That's all I get.
Although some people get multiples in a single evening. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but my mom's dead, so
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that happens. As you're reading through, and at first you're skimming first, kind of looking to try and see are there any passages that just jump out at you, and then you start to go back and look in a little more detail at some of these passages, and an interesting thing jumps out at you. You see a name, a different name in there for her. I mean, you've known her as Azumai before, Life and Death. That's what you've heard everyone call her. But early in the book, she refers to herself as Ferathir Kor Isalith, which I will, of course, put in the chat for everybody.
good. My Elvish is a little off.
Your Elvish is a little rusty. You aren't the best Elvish speller, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like my trombone, a little rusty.
Oh, God. Really?
What?
And
Billy made me say it.
are you like a ventriloquist telepath or something like that? I don't know if that's a thing.
Maybe. Stop thinking in my head.
So, Farathir Cor Isalith means protector, champion, sweet darkness of the people.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Sweet darkness. Like it.
Protector, champion, sweet darkness of the people?
Yes.
Protector. Sweet.
Would you like me to paste that as well?
Mhm.
Sure, why not? Here you go, audience. Just for you.
Stuff in one word.
It is. It's a quite a complex name.
Holy crap, Nick, your mom was Batman.
The dark, sweet chocolate protector of the
Nope. It's not
Nope.
sweet chocolate protector of the people.
dark Count Chocula. She was Count Chocula. I knew it.
Nailed it. Got it in one.
And you're muted.
How does this keep happening? Because I am not anywhere on that screen. So this is starting to get vexing. I feel like someone is like telekinetically messing with my microphone or something. I don't know.
Okay, fine, I'll stop. I'm sorry. It was funny.
It was hilarious.
Leadership powers. She learned how to be mean about people's mothers dying and also telekinesis.
Don't cross me.
Now,
Shh, we don't want to derail this. Shh.
as you read through more, and you're hearing, you're reading her story, and as you read through her life, it doesn't start off as the ravings of someone obsessed with taking over the world or with wanting dominion over life and death. But over the course of reading, the tone starts to change. And you're not sure exactly when or what event may have caused this change, but something different, something definitely happened to her somewhere along the way. And as you get later in the book, you see a different name that she's begun referring to herself as. And it is one that you are struggling to translate. And that is Dervir Tasab.
Interesting.
Are you going to press through and try and keep reading all night, or are you going to realize that this is starting to get away from you and you're getting tired?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a marker in this and come back to that.
Okay. And as you kind of leaf through, as you're like, all right, I got to stop. And you put a little bookmark in, and you're leafing ahead, and you see more references to the Dervir name and fewer references to the Farathir name.
Okay.
Until, and there's, at no point in the book did you see any references to the name Azamai.
Okay. Are there like any like markings in the sides or highlighted word or like underline or like specific references to odd things that maybe don't make sense right now or should come back to?
No, you don't see any kind of markings in the book. In fact, the book, for its age, seems very pristine.
Okay.
All right. So everybody goes to sleep. And you all wake up in the morning refreshed and
Completely normal.
feeling a sense of optimism that you haven't felt in a morning in a while because, nothing bad is looming. I mean, other than, the breakdown of the walls between the planes and the incursion of the elemental lords. But I mean, that's just
Same old, same old.
that's just a Tuesday. So I mean, That's good.
Like today. Today's Tuesday.
That's right.
Or maybe. Is it?
So what time do various people wake up? I mean, I know, of course, Zephyr will wake up around the crack of noon if nobody gets him first.
Early to bed, early to rise. So I will be up. I'm sure as soon as you hit me with a pillow, right?
Oh, are you in the recliner again?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, she doesn't hit you with the pillow, but she does make it a point to clean noisily around you.
I figured.
Basically, she's decided that this battle is lost, but she doesn't have to like it, and she can make sure to express her displeasure in as polite a manner as possible.
I anticipated as such. There was
Yes.
only one way this battle was going to go.
Yes.
Good. Well, I will make coffee or tea in the kitchen and just sort of wait for everyone to wake up.
As you wake up and start to set the recliner down, you notice that there is a fresh cup of coffee sitting on the side table next to you.
Son of a biscuit. It's probably really good too, isn't it?
It's exactly how you like it.
Oh God, this woman is infuriating. All right.
Tell me about it.
Yep. And you go and you sit at the table. Keel, Nick, Zuki, what time do you guys arise?
Keel would get up relatively early, about 8-ish or so.
Okay.
I don't sleep in late either.
So we'll say
Always
that
on time for breakfast.
Keel and Zuki probably head down pretty early. Reg sitting at the table with his coffee.
I want to ask Keel about the house.
Okay.
So who was there the other day? It was just Reggie and I, right?
Actually, it was your parents and you.
It was you, Mom, and Dad. You went out for ice cream and then you went and checked out the house. Family bonding day.
That's right. So, my parents took me to the house that I used to live in, and it seems to be occupied by lots of cameras and Ben agents, and it's super, super suspicious. And what I'm wondering is if you might be able to find out a little bit about what's going on there with your connections.
I mean, yeah, I'd be more than happy to try.
I mean, it didn't seem like the safest situation, and I know you're kind of telling us that Ben is like A-okay, kind of safe, but this did not seem like a good situation to be in. But I'm also wondering why they may have taken over the house that I used to live in, and I don't know if there's a connection or not, but it's an awfully big coincidence.
I mean, did they give you any idea of how long they've been there, or?
Oh gosh, I don't think I wrote it down. It was about
The
we're
current,
looking at like 10 years, right? Was it about 10 years?
yeah, the current occupants have been there for 10 years.
Okay.
And they don't know the whereabouts of the previous occupants. I mean, that is assuming that that person was telling you the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, about 10 years.
And how long ago were you guys in the house?
About 12 years is when we left.
Okay. And so it's you think it's more than just a coincidence that they were in there?
I think it's odd that they moved in so soon after we left. And with my mother and father's, it seems, negative connections with Ben, for them to have moved in 2 years after they left, they have to have known that they were there. And for them to have as many cameras and things as they did, and they invited me in, and I did not have a way out. I mean, they didn't know that I had my own ways out, but if I didn't, I would have been stuck there.
What do you mean
If I
stuck?
had wild shaped, I would have been locked in that house.
So wait, they locked you inside the house?
Well, I kind of walked in on my own, but once I was in there, I was locked in so that I couldn't get out.
Am I at the table, or did you go off somewhere private?
No, you can be at the table.
Did you walk in, or did a cockroach walk in?
I walked in, but I didn't say who I was.
And you mentioned there were cameras all around the house.
Yes,
So there's a good chance that they've taken a picture of you at least once.
possibly.
Good. That's great.
But I
Awesome.
said it with somebody else that used to be friends with the girl who lived in that house a long time ago, and I was a neighbor from down the street, so I totally fooled them.
Usually fake backstories are like the number one way to fool a big government agency.
Yeah,
Sure.
I did a great job with my backstory.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, that's great. Great. Fun.
And I crawled out as a cockroach, so there's that.
Cool. So you walked into the house full of cameras, then you morphed into a cockroach in front of those cameras, and then crawled under the door.
Well, when you mention it that way, it sounds bad, but
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Keel, yeah, information would be great about this house and who exactly is holed up in there.
I'll see what I can find out, but
I did have my hood up when I went in.
Oh, it's okay then. You don't need to look into it, Keel. We're
Okay.
fine.
So, which sweatshirt were you wearing? Just, you know.
The school one.
Yeah, probably. I guess that's what I've been wearing, haven't I? Yeah, my
Yeah.
school sweatshirt.
Yeah,
Totally anonymous.
absolutely. Okay. That tracks.
Oh, God.
There's lots of people who go to that school, okay? Lots.
It's true. Actually, there are, and there are lots of girls that I'm sure Ben is aware of this sorority. This actually isn't a bad thing. I imagine they would remain pretty tight-lipped themselves about members.
See?
Yeah, as long as you didn't piss off like the leader of the organization or the leader's friend, I'm sure you're fine.
I don't think I did. I mean, I just went in and asked some questions, and then they went to go.
No,
I meant the sorority that you're a member of.
I meant the leader of the sorority in case they come asking questions. As long as there's no bad blood between all of you, then everything should be fine.
He's not the leader, right? Dee Dee's not the leader, right?
No, she's
Or
not the leader.
any member.
I just pissed off somebody else who's not a leader.
Your voice just got really high just there. Are you okay, Zuki?
Great.
Okay. Fun.
Round what we'll say Nick probably comes up around 10 because he was up pretty late reading.
Good morning, Starshine.
Stumbles up the stairs because he's got bags under his eyes. He's looking a little tired.
Food.
Yes, we have that. Would you like some?
Let's talk later.
Yes, talk later. I will make you some food and some coffee.
All of it.
All of the coffee. Yes, all the coffee. I will make some food and coffee.
Okay.
Thank you.
As you're making breakfast and you guys are sitting there talking, the front door opens and Mom and Dad walk in.
Good morning.
Good morning. We thought we would stop in and just have a quick moment with Zuki before we have to split up again.
Okay. Hi. Yeah. I guess. I mean, it's not like we're split up forever. I mean, she only has to go there for like a month or so, and I can visit. I mean, I know it really kind of sucks for you guys because you can't visit each other.
Yes, but at least you can, and we haven't seen each other, or, well, I mean, you've seen me, but I haven't really seen you for years, and so that is good.
And I can totally pass notes and messages back and forth and stuff like that.
And I'm to understand that I can occasionally come out and see your father, so it won't be the worst thing. I just worry what the end game is here. Nothing is ever straightforward with them.
Well, then I guess we just have to learn as much as we can so that we can have some control over the end game.
Yes, you're right.
I know.
And they sit down and have a little bit of breakfast with you guys. And Dad asks, so are you supposed to call forth a portal or what have you? How is she supposed to get there?
Mm, I can. I mean, I didn't really think about that, but yeah, that should work. I can call Lord Guy. Maybe not in the house. I mean, unless you guys are cool with it, should I call him here?
That's probably not the best.
Okay, we can go outside then.
Perhaps we should go. Does he know about this place?
Yes. Yes, he does. He's been here a lot.
Then I suppose it doesn't matter.
Probably not. Okay.
And he turns to Mom and says, "For your sake, I will put up with his presence and be with you until you leave."
Do you want me to call him now?
This time, yes.
Lord Malmarathir, Malmarathir, Malmarathir.
Good morning. What a pleasant day it is. How are we all today? Whole and well, I trust. Young Zephyr, how are you? Oh, you're not downstairs yet. I can't give you a hard time. I've forgotten. Oh, poop.
I don't think Reggie wants to be anywhere near this sort of awkward family reunion. Like, I don't know how Keel and Zephyr and Nick, like...
Reginald! Look, it has been at least 12 hours since last we met, and I have done nothing to offend you in the interim. That surely is cause for celebration, is it not?
I'm sorry, you would like a cookie because you haven't effed up today.
I have never said that I, as you so quaintly put it, effed up. I merely said that you seem to take offense at almost everything I do.
I would like to do an insight check on him.
Sure. What are you looking for?
The last time we spoke to him, he seemed a little more broken, like a little more genuine. It looks like the mask is on tighter.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm starting to get a take on him. I want to do an insight check to see if there's any of that hurt or that genuine, like, emotion or person behind the mask that I can see.
Okay, go ahead.
Especially when he's looking towards Zuki's mom's direction. That's a 19.
You are detecting hints of covered emotion under his eyes, in particular when he's looking toward Zuki's mom, now that you mention it. And he is laying it on a bit thicker than he has of late.
Okay, cool. I will file that.
I'm merely celebrating the newfound spirit of cooperation between us.
Yes. About that, I was wondering, is there a way that we can facilitate Zuki traveling to the Summer Realm without having to stop and take you away from whatever business you're doing? Could we open a passage for her that's just sort of there so she could visit her mother using whenever she would like without having to invoke your name?
Reginald, that is an excellent idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it myself.
You're a busy man.
It is true. May I borrow your necklace, dear, just for a moment? I promise to give it back without making any alterations to it other than allowing you the ability to open a portal for yourself into the Summer Court.
Okay. I give it to him.
And he keeps it in his open palm, and he just touches it, and the summer half glows briefly, and he hands it back to you.
Thank you.
You are quite welcome. And now you are quite welcome any time, and of course, because of previous covenants and bargains, you know that you have safe passage when you use this to enter. You are still
Hey, does
covered.
Passage when I'm in summer include eating food
Indeed it does.
and drinking drinks?
Indeed.
Because I haven't done any of that.
Oh, but
But
you
I
should.
wanted to know if I can get away with it without owing anybody anything or having it affect me in any way whatsoever other than filling my belly with deliciousness.
Other than delighting your senses and sating your appetites, there is no bonds or obligations from the food or drink in the summer court for you.
Any of the food in the summer court?
Any of the food in the summer court. In fact, any of the food in the realm of summer.
Good to know.
Which means even if you were outside of the court and visiting among the common folk, you could certainly partake.
Now, would I have to talk separately to Winter about this?
Oh, I would expect so. I do not think that my blessings or promises would bind them in any way, shape, or form.
Got it. Thank you.
But I would not be surprised if they were to extend the same courtesy. After all, with the station your father has and the interest they seem to have in you, it seems only natural. But wisest if you check.
Good to know.
Would your hospitality extend to anyone traveling with Zuki or just her?
Just her. I do not have the authority to give such blanket permissions to anyone on an open-ended basis.
Understood.
That comes above my, I believe you would say, pay grade?
Yes, that is what we say.
Yes, I have learned a thing or two in the years amongst your kind.
Oh, when were you with our kind?
Oh, I come and go. You do not live as long as I have without visiting this realm and making a deal or two and learning a thing or two.
How old is that exactly?
Oh, now, Reginald. It's not polite to ask a gentleman his age. Shame on you, you cheeky boy.
I know it's not polite to ask a gentleman his age.
Oh, now. And here I thought we had a new spirit of cooperation and understanding.
We too, all in good fun.
Indeed,
You know that.
yes, of course. Would you like a moment to say goodbye? I can leave the portal open and just step through to the other side.
I feel like I'm going to get to, I'm looking at Mom. I feel like I'm going to get to see you sooner. I feel like this is more a moment for you and Dad.
I think you're right. If you wouldn't mind, and she nods at him, and he smiles as well. I believe my work here is done, and now I'm sure there's duties that call me elsewhere, but should you need me, you know where to find me. And he gives you a little wave, and he steps through. And Mom and Dad have an emotional hug, and they just hold each other for a long moment of awkward silence as everyone else is standing around going, I really wish I had excused myself from the room between this and this, but I didn't, and now I'm kind of standing here, and oh god, this is uncomfortable. And it feels like it goes on for longer than it actually does, and then they break and say their farewells, and she steps through. And he looks a bit stone-faced and nods to you all, and now I believe, if you don't mind, I shall get back to my duties as well. I have been afforded a bit of leeway over the past couple of days, but I believe things are beginning to stack up for me. Zuki, darling, call me if you need me.
I will.
And he turns and walks out the front door. And the portal closes, and the door doesn't slam. The door closes ever so quietly. It's like that really soft, silent, but extremely loud click.
Okay. You okay, Zoo?
Yeah, I feel like it's unfair for me to be upset by this. It was kind of my doing that put her there, and it's not like I can't visit her. I'm sad that my choices meant that they can't be together for a while.
I do have good news, though, for everyone here. Unless someone makes a new bargain, we are officially done with Mon Mothra. No standing debts, no favors owed, no nothing. We are clean as of right now.
I should celebrate with some elven food.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
I need to switch to decaf. Keel, question. The concept of this house and agents swarming this house has been running like a computer program in the back of my head while all this is going on. If I promise not to hurt them and I play nice, would you mind a little investigation trip? I'm tired of sitting around waiting for information about these elemental lords, but I also understand that you work for them, with them now, and I don't want to raise any flags on your end.
Near them?
Near them. Aside them.
Actually, I've been thinking I need to go have a conversation with the director myself.
Oh.
Yeah, just want to kind of see what's going on.
Okay. Do you want to go there first, and we can all be waiting for you in the van running in case it's start the plane, Jock, start the plane, and you're running off as the agents come storming out of that trailer?
I don't think it's going to end that way, but
Yeah.
we can go ahead and do that.
Okay. Who feels like an adventure? Everyone up? Where's Zephyr? Is Zephyr still sleeping?
Yes, he is.
It's only like 11 in the morning. What do you expect?
I will go up to his room right now.
That's right. It's the crack of 11. I mean, you know.
Yeah. And is the door locked?
Probably not.
Now, Zephyr's not really a locked door kind of guy.
I will knock on the door and say, Zephyr, get dressed, get food in your mouth. The car leaves in 10 minutes.
Is it loud enough to wake me?
I feel like Reg knows how you sleep, and so yes, it probably is loud enough to wake you.
Then I respond with an articulate.
No, I don't know what she made for breakfast. It's all the kinds that you like. It's there.
I get up and actually go open the door, still in my skivvies and t-shirt and scratching myself, walk over to the bathroom.
Oh, to be young again.
Then I get ready for the day.
All right. How quickly do you like get down there just as the 10 minutes are up, and are you like scrambling to grab food and coffee as you rush out the door?
I'm sure it takes me at least 15 or so, or 20. Unless he's sitting there counting me with a watch, timing me.
Doc, I don't want to lose this 10 or 15 minutes, however long it takes to get Zephyr dressed. I want to use the I know a guy feature that I have.
Okay.
How much would it cost to get the basement warded magically?
Ooh. It depends.
Right.
What are you trying to ward against?
Aberrations, demons, just your big baddie stuff. Would it take that 2,000 that I got from the other gig?
And then some.
What if I did the 2,000 I got from the other gig plus all the money I made off of those gold coins, my end of the bargain?
What was your cut of the gold coins?
I think it was like 2,300 plus the 2,000 from Zuki. So it would be like because we got a lump sum for the 6.
Yes.
So I'm guessing it would be about 4,300.
That may still be a bit light.
Okay, I'll work towards it then.
Yeah, because I mean,
Do you share this with anybody?
I bring you downstairs and show you what I'm looking for, like entrances into the house, and sort of tell you
Did I
that I'm
get
looking.
those coins too?
You actually have 2, my dear. You
Well,
just have to.
actually, no one's given them to her or mentioned them to her. Keel was
Yeah.
holding them. You didn't
Yeah.
sell her 2, and so.
Keel has 2 that you can use, my dear, and then you can use them as you see fit.
So if I just gave you those coins, would it help?
It wouldn't hurt.
Wouldn't hurt.
Okay. You can
Yeah.
have the coins if it helps.
Okay. If using that and using what I know, would that be enough?
No, it's still. I mean, it's closer, but you're probably still a few thousand away.
Okay, I'll wait till the next big score and then get it taken care of.
For the kind of warding that you're looking at, if you wanted to keep things out, it would be really expensive. If you wanted to have some kind of early warning system, it would be cheaper. If you wanted something to approximate, say, the power of a threshold in the Dresdenverse, where it reduced the power of the creature, you're probably at around 10,000 for that.
Okay, I will.
I have 2,000. I mean, I'd like to keep a little bit just to have some spare cash because I'm not used to having that. But I'll.
Why don't we just ask Papa Zephyr?
It
It would protect their house as well, right?
It would. It would. I don't want to rely on that. I know I personally would rather do it on my own. It would be like giving them something back for creating this space for us, and it would feel more like a debt has been paid in my mind. But it's up to you. If we want to do it, we can certainly ask. But
I mean, new equipment, new warding. I mean, whatever you want.
Do you think if we all pooled our coins, we could do that?
oh god, we got 8 total, didn't we? No, 2.
10 total.
10 total. Yeah, using the funds from the 10 coins, would that be enough?
All 10 coins. That would be enough for the threshold one. Yes.
But I propose it to the group if they're all right with it.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Zeph?
I don't know if I'm down where you guys are at yet.
No, you're not. This is a discussion happening while he's.
Fine, I'll go find Zephyr and drag him down so he can answer.
Okay, he may be pantsless.
Even better.
What?
I'd say that.
What do you think, Nick? Would you be willing to part with your coins for this?
Sure.
You teddy bear, you. I will take that as an affirmative.
Hey, Zephyr, get your butt down here.
She means the whole thing.
Oh, the whole butt.
Nothing but the butt.
Oh, nothing but the butt. I start heading down.
We very quickly fill Zephyr in on the plan and
Okay.
what we're.
Well, if I'm going all the way downstairs, I'm grabbing a bowl of cereal first. And I'll be eating my cereal downstairs.
Okay.
Like a boss.
planning on doing.
What's that?
You froze up there, Reg. And Zuki, you're getting a little choppy.
Yeah.
Well, after hearing the explanation and everything, Zephyr's going to go ahead and reach into his pocket and pull out his 2 gold coins and flip them onto the table down there.
I had my.
or rather, you tell Keel to add yours because I don't think he's given them to you.
But yeah, Keel, add mine into the mix.
And I'll put all 4 coins down.
All right.
Hey, thanks for telling me about that, by the way.
She's talking to you,
She's
Keel.
talking to you, Keel.
Sorry, I missed that.
Thanks for like handing those out to everybody except not telling me about it. You know, whatever.
Sorry.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
He's a man of few words, but they're genuine words.
So you now have a pile of 10 gold coins sitting on the table.
Cool. I will take care of this and at least help set up a threshold here in the basement. And I explained to them, maybe some of the newbies, how the threshold works. Someone you invite, I basically tell them it's Buffy rules. If something breaks the threshold, their power is severely diminished if they break the threshold. But if you have to be careful about who you invite. Can't just make out with vampires in a dark corner here in the basement. You want to save that for sorority parties.
So will this be like starting fresh, or will people that have already been invited be able to still get in?
No, this will be starting fresh. And I think because it's a bit of a domicile, what I'm going to do is set up so that the invitations that may extend to the house proper don't extend to the basement. Almost like a separate entity.
So you're making the basement its own domain so that the basement stairs threshold will be its own thing. And
Correct,
the
yes.
side entrance and the windows to the basement. Okay.
Correct. Which could be nice because this could be a safe zone. If something happens, mom and dad could run down the stairs and...
Only if you invite them.
Well, they're not magical. I don't think that we're...
Is there a reason we don't just do the whole house?
Oh, they're frozen again. All right, we'll give it a minute, and if it doesn't work, we may pop to either technical difficulties or an early intermission.
No, we could. I mean, extend it to the whole house if we wanted to.
I mean, if you were to explain to them what was going on, then
yeah.
they seem to be familiar enough with all this stuff. Not like they ever told me about any of it, but
I'll maybe wait till we come back to explain it to them.
Mind you, Reg, you realize that this means that Malmarathir would have an automatic in if you did the whole house.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that concerns me. If, forbid, something happens, and he turns on us, I would love a safe place for them away from it all. So, okay, cool. Let's go on an adventure.
All right, so we head out to the van, the battle van.
A non-derailing adventure.
Possibly.
Completely railed adventure.
All
like
right.
a tram.
So where are we going?
Tell us where this tram's going.
We are headed to Ben headquarters, so Keel can do a little bit of conversation, and then we are leaving straight from Ben headquarters, regardless of the information we receive, to check out this weird house. So hopefully it's good information.
Got you. So even if you spot the sniper on the opposite roof, you're not going to do anything about it. Okay.
Exactly. We are also constantly checking our phone to see if Gray gets back to us about the communication devices, or Mikey B gets back to us about the plane, the elemental lord research he's doing.
Indeed, yes. All right. So are you guys going to just wait outside the temporary HQ, or are you going to go do something while Keel meets with his director?
Can we all sit in the van and talk politely to each other in a non-derailing way?
If you like. Seems very out of character, but sure.
Oh, let's go take the van in a car wash. So when Keel comes out, the car's all nice and clean.
At the car wash.
All right. You guys get to Ben HQ, and Keel, you head on in, flash your badge. and you are led into the RV.
I will immediately look for the director.
It looks like there's a closed door at the back of the trailer, and a guy there who's like shuffling papers and looking a little bit flustered. He's like, "Oh, yeah, hey, he's in a meeting, but yeah, he'll you want me to let him? Hang on a minute." He's like, the papers on the floor. He's picking them up and. It's like trying to square him back up and like sort of. I'm sorry. I just I spilled everything everywhere. I'm just trying to get it back organized for him. Yeah. Who are you? And I'm guessing you're here to see because nobody else comes in. Cause you know what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm one of the newest ones.
Oh yeah. Okay. And me too. Hey, nice to meet you.
You too. What's your name?
Well, it's Mike. I don't have an agent name yet, but I don't have my color. But hey, soon, right? I just know it.
Right. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind letting him know that I'm here, I'd like to sit down with him if he's available.
Okay, yeah, sure. So like you don't have a color yet, do you?
No, not yet.
Wait, you didn't say who you were though. I didn't.
Keel.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Let me just. And he goes and he like picks up a clipboard off of the table and he like lifts up the front page. And yep. Okay, that's cool. Sure. Yeah. And he goes and he pushes a button and says, "Yeah, Keel here to see you when you got a second." Okay. Cool. Yeah. Great. Cool. Yeah. He says yeah. Give him like 5 minutes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Mike.
Hey, no problem, man. So like, did they tell you? Because like, I'm still learning this stuff. Did they say like, how long before you get your color? Like, is that a clearance level or?
They didn't even tell me.
But great, this is exciting, isn't it? I mean, like, we're on the front lines of the weird stuff. I mean, how cool is that?
Definitely the front lines.
Cool. So like, what do you do? Like, what's your? I mean, like, you can see, I'm, and like but like, what's the story?
I'm basic field operative. Just trying to get my feet wet.
Oh, cool. So cool, man. So cool.
Anyways, I'm gonna go sit down and wait.
Oh yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. No, that's cool.
And I'll excuse myself.
He looks a little sad as you walk away, and he starts like reorganizing the papers again. And it's about 5 minutes. It doesn't feel like it was like a power play. It sounds like he was actually doing something because it's pretty close to 5 minutes when the door opens. And Keel, good to see you. Everything all right?
Yeah, director, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. We're rebuilding operations. I see you've met Mike. He's part of our new initiative, and yes. So you've met Mike.
I've met Mike.
Come on in.
And I'll follow him in.
Ushers you into his office. Goes, sits behind the desk.
Follow him in. Close the door behind me, and sit down across from him.
Okay. So what can I do for you? I'm a lot going on, rebuilding an organization, but I appreciate the service that your family has given our organization, so of course I can make time for you.
Appreciate that. There's a few things I wanted to bring up today. First off, the group that I've been working with, the bunch of misfits. I just need to know what your interest level and take is on them.
Well, my interest level is in keeping tabs on them, as they are, at least some of them are part of the supernatural world. I mean, you've got a couple of half-elves with you, and so need to keep tabs on them. Your friend Reginald has a bit of a dossier. He's a freelancer, and he's done some work for us. He's done some work against us. He seems to go where the money is, but he hasn't done anything that I would consider dangerous to reality, so he gets a pass for now.
Great. The reason I bring that up is I just want to let you know where my loyalties lie. This group that I've been working with, and I trust them 100%. And if it came down to it between choosing them and choosing the agency, I'd choose them every single time.
Oh, buddy.
Well, I appreciate you letting us know where your loyalties lie. Hopefully it will not come to a point where those are at cross purposes with each other.
And in all honesty, I feel like it never will. To be totally honest with you, sir, the reason that I've been going with them is for the greater good. Some things have come to light recently, and with the supernatural, several times the world is at stake. This time it really is. And basically, I'll be as truthful and honest as I can regarding the entire events that have been leading up to where we're at today versus the Elemental Lords.
I appreciate that. And anything I can inform you about that might help your mission, I will do the same.
Appreciate that.
We really are all on the same side here.
Now, since we are all on the same side,
well done, Keel.
would it be possible for us to receive financial help from Ben, whether they be either tasked as members or freelancers?
As things happen, I could certainly look at throwing some missions your way. And if you want me to try and put them on the payroll as freelancers, I don't know if they'd be willing to give the information required for that paperwork to go in the system. We already have it for Reginald, of course, but your friends Nicholas and Zephyr, I don't know if they want to submit that much information on themselves, but if they're willing and there's a suitable job, then certainly.
I will pass that information along. I appreciate that. Now, one of the group members, I believe there's not a whole lot of information on them that Ben has. However, they've asked me a question to kind of look into, and was hoping that you'd be candid enough to let me know.
I can't make any promises until I hear first what it is you're looking for, but if it's within my power, certainly I will be glad to share it with you.
Appreciate that. Her childhood home has recently been...
I was not aware that there was a female member of your group. I only know about Reginald, Zephyr, and Nicholas.
There is one more.
I see.
However, she had said that when visiting her childhood home, there were cameras and Ben agents watching it at the time. Just wondering if we could understand that.
Here we go.
And I don't suppose you're willing to share anything more about her identity with me?
For the good of the group, not at this time, unfortunately.
I don't have anyone like that on my radar at the moment. Between us, if you want to keep us off our radar, keep her off our radar, you're going to want to be careful when mentioning her to us or to any other agents. There's an obligation when someone new that is in the community that has not been identified by the agency to follow up. I should be ordering you tailed right now, but I am going to hold off for the moment.
I appreciate that, sir.
We'll keep that inside this room.
Thank you.
I don't suppose you're willing to share anything more about her identity based off of that trust.
Again, I will pass forward the information regarding freelance. If she chooses to come forward with that, I'll let her reveal herself then.
Very well.
But again, my loyalties do lie with that group first.
All right, what's the address?
And then pull out the little piece of paper that I wrote it down on and hand it to him.
He takes it and he goes, does some more searches, he keeps typing, and you see him start to squint and lean in and look at the computer, and he gets a bit of a puzzled look on his face. Are you sure this is the right address?
Uh-oh.
If I wrote it down correctly, yes.
There is no record in our systems of this being one of our assets.
Welcome to Derail.
Next stop, Derail. Derail station, please.
Por favor, manténgase.
Well, we made it like an hour, kids. That's not bad.
Well done, team. That's the longest it's ever taken us. Well done. So good.
¿Dónde está el gato en los pantalones?
Well, since it's something that is not, with the agency, do I have your permission to look into it?
Absolutely. Please let me know what you find out.
I will.
We're gonna cause some shit. We're gonna cause some trouble. We're gonna cause some trouble.
Will there be anything else, Gil?
No, I appreciate everything, Director. Let me know if there's something I can do for you.
Very good, very good. Other than the things that I've asked that you've refused, I can't think of anything. So I think we're good for now.
Thank you, sir.
And he stands up,
I'll stand up, shake his hand, and
Okay.
exit.
and you go out the door.
And on my way out, I'll nudge Mike and say, "Hey, just good luck, man."
Oh, hey, wow, hey, great. From a field. Oh man, that's just. Oh, hey, you too.
So many mics.
And I'll head out.
All right.
It's Mike Wazowski.
And you look and you can see that you can see while he's organizing his papers, some of them are upside down, and
Too many mics. Too many mics.
he's probably not great at being an admin. So
He should be in the field.
no, you don't think that at all. You do not get a field agent vibe off of this guy.
Doc, OOC.
Yes.
Any motorcycles out in the parking lot?
Are you looking for a particular motorcycle, or are you just curious?
Just curious.
No bikes.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys, it's about 15 minutes or so, and Keel comes walking out and looks to be in good spirits as he makes his way back over to the van.
I bet he doesn't notice how clean it is. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
man.
How did it go?
Zuki, where are you sitting in the van? Oh, you're in the back, and you guys would probably have cleared the driver's seat for him, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so he would open the driver's side door, so anybody watching would not see Zuki from their vantage point.
It went really well. Really, really well. Did you guys wash the car?
We did.
Surprise!
Oh, thanks, guys.
So what'd they say?
Let's drive somewhere first, and then I'll fill everybody in.
Okay, are you bugged?
No, not at all. Well, at
Do you
least I
wanna
hope
be?
not.
Beat up on him.
Zuki turns into a cockroach, crawls up on his shoulder. Now you are.
You're not.
Bug now.
Do you like the air freshener we put in the car?
Yeah, black ice has always been my favorite.
Yeah, it's this new company. It's called Doral. They're like the foremost when it comes to air fresheners.
Oh,
Really
Doral.
good stuff. I think your car's going to be smelling like this for a long time.
Oh, you guys. All right, so you drive like a few blocks away,
then yeah, pass on all the information.
Do you do like one of those zigzag routes where you double back and zip around and?
No.
Okay. So he drives for about 5 minutes, just goes somewhere nearby and pulls over.
Do we notice a car following us?
Are you looking for a car following you?
Absolutely. Every time we leave Ben.
Okay, then give me a perception check.
24.
Looks to be normal traffic.
Okay.
So what about
Well-
the house?
It's not under Ben's jurisdiction. They didn't set people to watch it.
Really?
So it's either someone inside the agency not wanting people to know, or it's a totally different party.
Or it's a different agency.
We
Yeah.
How
should
many
find
agencies are there? Or you mean like FBI?
No, not from what Zuki was describing. This could be Big Ben. I don't know why they would be here, and I don't know why they would have interest in Zuki, but
Big Ben?
the British contingent.
Because big
That's clever. Ah.
Could it be the Plaster Dragons, those monks? They were hunting Fae, right?
I don't know if they were hunting Fae. They were definitely hunting things that were setting out to unbalance things. And I don't know. Have you ever seen anything as technologically as advanced as what Zuki is describing in any of the Plaster Dragons you've been to?
No, you're right.
and it wouldn't last.
Yeah, who's ever got this, and the way that she's describing it, and the fact that there's probably someone there or multiple someones there throughout the day, that's big. This could be an offshoot of Ben, or I don't know, a ghost team. Let's look into this. I'm feeling feisty. I'm a little amped up. Let's go do this.
Let's do it.
Okay. So Zuki gives you guys directions on the best way to get there. And even though, Keel, you know the town pretty well, having driven around here, she knows a couple of shortcuts that you just wouldn't have thought to take. And you're like, I didn't even know this street was here. And she's like, well, it's kind of an alley, but it cuts through over here. And you shave a good 10 minutes off your drive time.
Wow.
Now, how far away are you parking?
Oh, far.
Park around the corner where they can't see us and then walk.
Okay.
Do
And
you guys agree?
Yeah.
Front door.
are you wearing the same
how-
sweatshirt, Zuki?
Might as well.
Do you want a cockroach in, Zook?
Yeah, I mean, well, either that or I could like cast Pass Without a Trace or something and help us to get super stealthy near the house.
How do we want to?
Form.
How do we want to handle this? Do we want someone to go ring the front door while and sort of do the magician thing, like look over here while a contingent goes around the back of the house?
Ooh, should we have Keel be a Ben agent showing up?
It could tip our hat, but it is a very strong sort of opening move.
You and Keel could show up as Ben agents. And then we could all stealthy over there.
I think that probably you, Zook, and Zeph, Red, Zook, and Zeph would be the best stealthy. And maybe me and Keel could go front door like Jehovah's Witnesses.
Front door Jehovah Witnesses. Okay.
Not Mormon,
I mean, have
not
you-
Mormons?
Could happen.
Do they have name tags?
Maybe.
They don't.
What if you pulled a supernatural? And
Oh.
went in as Agents Lee and Agent Pert and just said that you were part of like a regular law enforcement agency, and you got a call from a girl who said this was a childhood home and she felt a little creeped out. I mean, you don't have to be Ben agents. You could just be with any sort of agency. They would ask for badges, though, wouldn't they? I don't know. It's up to you two. But yeah, Zephyr, Zook, and I will sneak around the back and see if we can find another entrance into the house.
Okay.
It's not the worst plan we've ever had.
I love everything about this plan.
Oh no. Okay, we need a new plan.
We need- Guys, honestly, what could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Why? Why would you say that? Why would you do that?
Next stop, derail station.
If this goes wrong, I'll never forget.
Well,
There we are.
we're pulling out all the stops tonight, aren't we?
We've hit the trifecta.
All right. So, Keel and Zephyr. Well, Zephyr, you're not exactly attired as an agent of any kind.
Well, it's Zeal and I thought Nick were going to the front door.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
We're more sneaky.
Oh, right.
Wait. Before you two go, do either of you want to make a deal with Lord Mothra before you walk up to the door?
Ooh. No, I'd rather make a deal with him in like a desperate time when we have no way out.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Just double checking.
Right in the middle of just a whole group of bad guys.
Good. All right. Perfect.
Okay. Cool.
It's much better to make a deal when you have no leverage. That's always the best time to make a deal.
Yeah.
All right. So Nick and Keel, you guys, I'm imagining that you kind of leave your Ben shades behind and try and change your look a little bit to, look like you guys are just agents of some sort. You go up to the door and knock. While the rest of you, are you doing Pass Without a Trace?
Absolutely.
Okay. The three of you give me stealth checks, if you would be so kind.
Absolutely.
I tend to it.
Thank goodness.
Where are you when you
I'm
cast Pass Without a Trace?
We're still around the corner talking about this. So
Okay.
like
Yep. I'm just making sure.
in camera view, yeah.
Nope. Just wanted to know.
Wow. I forgot rogues are very stealthy.
No, tanks are stealthy.
That would be a
Tell
30.
Keel.
Especially with that
A
disadvantage.
30, did you say?
Yep.
Nice. Reg?
33.
Zeph?
Jesus.
Let's see if I take the 10 and the +7 bonus I get, add it to
4.
my roll, that'll be 19.
Oh my
So basically as low as you could get without automatically failing is what you're
Without
saying.
an automatic
Woof.
failure.
God.
Woof. Thank God for Pass Without a Trace. 9 becomes
Yep.
19. That's may have saved your lives. All right. You guys sneak around the back. I mean, you guys are like whispers. You're like Zephyrs. And well,
Literally.
Oh.
and Zephyr is like a guy with his foot in a bucket. No, not quite that bad. But compared to you guys, you guys are like, you turn to him, you're like, and he's not actually being all that loud. But compared to the two of you guys, every single move he makes.
It might be my rendition of AC/DC that I'm playing at the time.
Oh my Zephyr, stop humming. Stop playing guitar, please, for the love of God.
He
Was
stops.
I playing?
A little harder. Just a little harder.
He stops humming. He like slides the pick into the string, and you're walking, and he's like tapping on the guitar. You like you slap his hand. You're like, and you get
Let's
around.
sneak in with the bard. Let's sneak in with the bard. He will be fine. This will be great.
Sneak, 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 sneak quietly past.
We're off on a secret mission. We're off
On a secret plan. And you guys get around the back, and it's like one of those sets of. I don't know if you guys have seen many New England type houses, but it's like the concrete stairs. It's like a half a flight of steps with an iron railing leading up to a back door that juts out just a little bit. It's like a little mud room in the back.
Oh, are there garbage cans?
There are.
I have been doing OC. I've been doing spy character work, like looking at stuff they do. How much garbage is in the garbage can? Like enough for like one person? Does it look like multiple people?
It looks like probably a couple people, maybe a small family's worth of garbage.
Okay, interesting. Is the door locked?
It is locked.
Can I unlock it?
You can certainly try. Go ahead and give me a thieves' tools check.
Roguey rogue.
How do you thieves tools?
How do thieves' tools? I think this is the first time in a long time that you've done any actual roguing, isn't it?
It is. It really is. I know
Come
I have
on,
proficiency.
rogue.
I think it's Dex plus proficiency.
It is Dex plus proficiency.
Okay.
Fire in the thing says play the sneak
The
music.
sneak music, yeah.
We already did.
Okay. So that is a 17.
Okay. Yeah. This doesn't seem like it's a super industrial lock, and you don't have too much trouble. You fiddle around with the lock picks for a second, and you hear the tumblers click into place, and you're like, "Psh, I've still got it." Click.
Awesome. What sort of electronics or cameras do we see in the house or in the backyard?
Are you okay? So before you open the door, you're doing a quick investigation.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Investigate away.
Yeah. Big number. That is. It's a natural 18.
Okay, so it's going to be a big number. You see a camera in the tree in the back,
Okay.
concealed, and another one concealed under the eaves of the house, pointing at the door.
Can we get to the door and avoid both those cameras?
Yeah, you are able to kind of look at the sight lines, and you can kind of contort and duck and twist, and it would take a dex check, but not a super hard dex check to avoid it.
Can I point it out? I pointed out to Zuki and Zephyr.
Do we get to add plus 10 because of pass without trace?
To a dex check? Don't think so. But
The cameras, because we're like
Well, that's not so bad.
burn out electronics.
you could do something to zap the cameras. You could cast a spell of second level or higher, and yeah, that would do it.
And alert them to issue.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, Reg
if you
could.
wouldn't ask us that, then
Yeah,
No,
Zuki,
no, no. I thought we kind of innately like mess up technology.
it's magic casting.
Nope,
and
it's-
Casting a spell,
Yeah.
we would mess up. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm not going to cast a spell right now.
it's 20 for my dex check.
So,
And I got a 23.
ooh,
Ooh.
how did that happen?
Good
Ooh.
job, bro.
My dex.
Okay.
Hang on. Do. That was not as
Well, actually, maybe I did a dex saving throw. Is it just a dex check?
It is just a dex check.
Then I got a 20. I have a 20 even then.
and I got a 9.
Oh no, God! The one person who should be on camera.
Actually, I'll say it's acrobatics, not dex, because it's contortion and things like that. So
I got a 9.
Really?
I'm assuming that your hood is still up, though. So
Yeah, it is. Of course it
I'm
is.
back to 23.
okay, so basically, Reg kind of looks at you guys, points at the cameras, the door, and like does this weird kind of shimmy kind of a thing, and twists and contorts, and then twists the door open and slinks inside. And Zephyr nods, I get it," and he does it. And Zuki kind of shrugs and goes and walks
Looks into
in.
the camera.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't actually look at it, but she's just like, "What? Okay, there. You happy?" And walks in.
Awesome.
Man, this is so easy for Keel and I.
And then meantime, you guys have already knocked on the front door,
Yes, let's see this scene.
and a woman comes to the door. Hello, can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my name is Brant, and this is John Obermeyer. We're with the HOA.
With the HOA?
Yeah, Homeowners Association.
Really?
Yeah, your neighbors actually have filed a couple of complaints regarding your lawn specifically. It's not up to code.
And what about our lawn is specifically not up to code?
Well, the HOA here is 2 inches. Yours is being measured at 2 1/4.
I see. I'll have it mowed straight away. Thank you so much for informing me.
Great. Well, while we've got you here, we do see that our records aren't totally up to date regarding your family. Can we get a list of names and members of the family?
Oh, sure. Just as soon as you give me your card showing me who you really are.
Do. Okay.
What?
I don't have anything.
He's seeing if he has a spell that he could make a card out of his pocket.
He's like, what
It's the
can I...
It's the HOA, ma'am. It's not like we're the cops.
Right.
The best thing to say to somebody. We're not cops.
Or just some random people trying to
Tell you.
get information about the members of my household, so that, I don't know, you could steal our identities or break in or case our house. Yeah, no.
Oh, well, if it's just the names, I'm not asking for socials. Don't be silly. And is somebody really going to come over and measure your lawn? Because I did. Totally.
Really? When did you do
That's
that?
kind of my deal. Just before we walked up, it's literally like 5 feet away.
And so you have no problem showing me what you used to measure the lawn?
These fingers right here.
I see. That's very scientific. And
Well, it works.
I'll tell you what, I will make you a counter proposal.
Oh, I like it.
If you
Muffins?
leave right now, I will not call the police on you.
That seems odd.
Take her to leave it. And
Which part?
she pulls a cell phone out.
Oh, can I see that? Does it have that snake game on it?
From the 80s?
Well, I guess we've taken up enough of your time. Thank you and have a great day, ma'am. And I'll drag Nick.
Don't forget about your lawn.
And give me a perception check, Keel.
That's going to be a 19.
You're pretty sure she was taking a picture of you guys and not dialing the cops.
Great.
Clever.
And as you guys walk away, she steps out on the porch, leans out, watches you go. Which way do you go?
Probably back towards the van.
Okay. And she watches you for a ways. I mean, do you glance back to look at her, or? Well, Nick does, because he keeps holding up 2 fingers.
2 inches, ma'am. 2 inches.
And she closes the door when you're partway up the block, and she feels certain that you're gone. Okay. Meantime, the rest of the gang has snuck in the back entryway. And like I said, mudroom. You know, the like coats hanging, boots on the floor. It's a little bit dirty.
I'm looking for any sort of basement area or like floor that's off the beaten path.
Okay.
If this is a front, then the bedrooms are going to be somewhat not in use. But if it were me, I would put like a command center downstairs.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
That is a nat 1.
Oh yeah, you. This is a mud room. This is the most mud room you have ever seen in your life. Are the rest of you guys looking around as well, or just
I'm definitely.
or are you just admiring Reg's work?
No, I'm looking around. I'm also talking to both of them super quietly, and I'm saying, listen, if we get caught, I'm going to try to charm her. Do any of you have any abilities that could help me to be more successful with that? If she's...
I'm British. I'm naturally charming.
Cool,
Let's
cool.
see.
All right.
I can
cool.
disguise
Well, I'll
myself.
be charming, because that's me. Okay, so what was it? Investigation?
Investigation.
Yes.
12.
Zeph?
Let's see. 12.
Ooh.
Yeah, as far as you guys can tell, this looks like a real mudroom. You know, the clothes look like they're, people's clothes. Looks lived in.
Different sized jackets and things.
Yeah.
Can we tell how many different sizes there are?
You see, 4, 2 adult, 2 kid.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Any dust on any of the shoulders as if they've never been worn for a while?
It looks like they've been worn recently enough.
Can we head past the mudroom?
Yeah.
Does that lead into like a kitchen of sorts?
It leads into a hallway, and it's a long hallway. And as you open it, you can see at the end of the long hallway the front of the house, and there's rooms off either side. And you see a woman standing at the door, having a discussion with Keel and Nick.
Is there office-y looking place or like a desk that looks like it has paperwork and stuff?
All right, you see like a kitchen and dining area off to the right side, and then there's a door off on the left that's closed.
Okay. So dining room, like, can she see us if I go in the kitchen, can she see us?
No, if you guys are in the kitchen, she will not be able to see you.
Okay. I want to run in the kitchen and I want to look near the phone for any sort of a notepad to see if there's any writing on it or any imprints of it. And I'm going to confiscate that notepad. And I want to look at the refrigerator to see if there's anything pinned to the refrigerator that might be interesting.
Okay. You go over there, and the refrigerator has children's artwork on it and some magnets. And there is a notepad on the fridge. Like stuck there with a magnet. Are you going to take that, or are you just going to take like the top page?
Wait, say that there was a notepad with a magnet?
It's one of those magnetic notepads where like yeah.
I'm gonna flip through it really quickly and see if I see anything through it, and if not, I'll grab the first like 3 sheets if it's blank.
It is. Okay.
All you need is the first one.
No, I know that, but I'm going to grab 3 anyway, just in case I need a blank piece of paper later.
Fair enough.
That's right. You never know when she needs to, write down a cipher to decode and unlock a lock, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Do you look in the fridge?
Yes, sure. Why not? I'm right there.
Okay. It's not overstuffed with food, but it has a modest amount of food. There's some leftovers in there, some cupcakes, some fruits and vegetables.
I stuffed the paper into my sweater, sweatshirt thing,
You're
and run back out to where they are.
You're stealing food?
No, the paper. She said she stuffed the paper, not the cupcake. She's not
I thought
stuffing.
she said the cupcakes, yeah.
And
No, I would
while they're
totally-
doing this, I'm kind of like peeking around the corner, keeping an eye on the woman and
Okay.
seeing
now I
how
want
the
to go in
conversation's going.
The room that might be the office.
Okay.
Well, hang on. While she's doing all that in the kitchen, I'll check out the room.
Okay.
The office.
All right.
Then I'm going to go in after I'm done in the kitchen. I'm going to go in that room after him.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
We're still under +10.
Oh no, just Reg stealth check because he's moving
Oh.
through the hallway into a doorway that's kind of exposed.
We're still on the +10, you said?
Yes. Yes.
Then 27.
Okay. You slip down the hallway, hugging the wall, and silently open the door and slip into the room. And it is an office. It's like got a computer on the desk, some papers lying around.
Cool. I will start sort of seeing what information I can glean from the computer. Is it on? Is it?
It is
currently
on.
in use?
It's on. It's not locked. And it looks like some kind of household finances type spreadsheet.
Interesting. Is this just a legit house? I want to do a check, especially in the office, of anything that seems off, like fake books or anything. Am I getting the vibe that this is just a legit house?
Give me an investigation.
Yeah, anything but a nat 1. That is a 19.
You're searching around and you're looking and looking. You're like, did we mess up here? Is this like just a house? And like everything in this room is screaming. This is just like the office of a middle class family. And like you're looking under the desk and everything, and you're just about to give up, and you glance and you see like a little button recessed under the desk.
Oh, God. In the name of everything that is Trevor, I press the button.
Of course you do. Fortunately, it's not a bad decision at this point, because a panel in the floor silently slides open, revealing a staircase going down.
Am I in there yet?
And Zuki, you come in just as he pushes this button, and the panel goes shh. Zephyr, do you follow across as well?
As long as I can be looking down a hall somewhere to see if the lady's coming.
Okay, go ahead and give
Yeah,
me
I'll
a
be-
stealth.
Plus 10, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
see, plus my 7, and that would give me 19.
Again?
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Skirting disaster again.
Oh,
Choose.
You're welcome.
That's
Okay.
2 dice in jail now.
Now give me a Zephyr, a perception check for you and you alone.
Tracy clutch with that pass
Ah,
without a
jeez.
trace.
12.
12, okay. Then no, that's fine.
Everything's fine.
This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Keel, Nick, go ahead and give me a perception check.
That's a nat 20 for Keel.
Okay.
I still got to
3?
steal that dice from him.
A 3. Nick, you're still like, as he's dragging you down the street, you're just walking down going, 2 inches, 2, and like you're shouting, and he's like, he's trying to drag you, but still he's a pro, and so he's like scanning, and you see a car drive down the street that looks, nondescript suburban sedan, but what makes you do a double take is the woman that is driving it looks very out of place. She looks striking, almost glamorous. And definitely looks like she would be driving a much better car. You don't know why you feel like she should be driving something better than this, but there's something off about her being in this car that it, like your detective type senses, you're feeling this feels like someone driving a car to not be noticed as she heads down the street. And as you go around the corner, you glance back, and it parks in front of the house.
Mm.
Am I close enough to get a plate number on it?
Sure. With a nat 20, I would say that you would have had the sense to get a plate number.
Okay. And I'll write that down real quick and basically just watch the woman.
Okay. Give me stealth.
Oof, disadvantage.
Well, no,
Um,
it's not going to be at disadvantage because of your armor, because you're not trying to move silently. It's more a hide in shadows
okay.
kind of a stealth. You're trying to not be noticed, so I'm not going to give you armor disadvantage on this.
Okay, regardless, it was both very low numbers.
Excellent.
A 7.
Oh, that's not great. So she gets out of the car, and she's wearing a form-fitting, shimmery green dress, and stiletto heels. Her hair is pulled back in a long, tight ponytail, and she glances around to see if anyone's watching, and her eyes lock with yours.
Quick, start drooling.
And she notices that you are watching, and she notices that you're watching in a fairly professional manner. And
Do I recognize this woman at all?
you do not, but she cocks her head toward you.
Okay.
What do you do? Pop quiz. What do you do? There, Billy got that reference at least. So I'm 1 for 2 on references tonight, so that's good.
I did.
I'd attempt to break eye contact and keep moving away.
Okay. And do you like pop back around after a minute or so to look, or
Yeah.
she's gone? All right.
And then I'll shake Nick out of it and let him know.
Okay. He's still he stopped shouting like when you guys got to the corner, but it's
It's game time.
all right. Meantime, in the office, you guys gonna head down the stairs?
Sneaky, sneaky. Yes.
Okay, so you sneak down the stairs. We'll keep those stealth checks from before, and you go, and you find a fairly large, open, high-tech type area with a lot of computers and things, and some filing cabinets that appear to be locked, and you see what look to be a couple of shimmery areas at the end of the room.
Shimmery areas.
Yeah, it's like a haze in the air, and there's a woman on the other side of one of the shimmery areas, and she sees you guys come in, and she says, she looks, she goes, "Are you here to rescue me?"
My name is Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue.
She cocks her head and she's like, "What?"
I thought you'd be bigger.
Who are you, my dear?
Is this a trick?
This is not a trick.
It's like
We
a test. You're one of them, aren't you?
No. Honestly, we are here because we've had some suspicions about this house for quite some time. So you have 15 seconds to convince us why we should and how we can rescue you.
There's controls over on the desk over there that will drop the force field and let me out.
Okay, that's the how. Why?
Because I'm being held here against my will. What part of prisoner in some deranged psychopath's basement makes you wonder whether or not you should help a woman?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Well, you tell me first, and then I'll tell you. I used to live here. Go ahead.
My name is Beth, and I'm not from around here, and I was walking, and they threw a bag over my head, and they just dragged me in a van, and then the next thing I knew, I was here.
Why'd they capture you? You don't know? What?
I don't know what they want with me.
I go and I release her.
Son of a bee. I was gonna insight check.
Oh, sorry.
So-
Not while I release
No, go ahead, do your insight check, though.
because I can know they're so
Terrible.
God. It's a 19.
okay. She seems legitimately worried.
Does she look like any sort of beastie or baddie that I've come in contact with? Unnaturally pale skin. Something off about her.
She looks like a human woman.
You're looking like a man.
Okay, yeah, that's probably all. Do I glean anything else before it lifts the lever that releases this woman?
You do not. And Zuki goes over and pushes the button indicated on the table, and the shimmer in the air goes. Bzz, bzz, bzz. And she goes, "Oh, thank you."
There are still people upstairs, so if you're going to go quietly. Please don't make us regret this.
You're not going to bring me with you? You're not taking me out of here?
Well, I mean, we can certainly try.
We're just not done yet. We need a couple minutes, and then we can take you out. That's fine.
Anything you can tell us about the people that are here? Have there been others like you? Have they spoken to anyone while here in this basement?
I've only been here for about a week, and they haven't said anything to me. And you look, and there's in her section there's a bunk, there's a bed and a little porta potty,
Is
kind of
the
thing.
other shimmering area identical to this, like a bunk bed?
That one has a bunk bed, a little porta potty, and um, a big chair, possibly like for someone to sit in when they interrogate you, or it might just be a comfy chair. Maybe the person in that one gets privileges or something. You don't know, but there isn't anybody there. What's that?
There's nobody in there.
No, you don't see anybody.
Zuki, for now, take care of her, please. I'm gonna go see if I can find anything on the computer.
Okay.
Make sure she doesn't stab me in the back.
Okay. Sure.
Stab you in the back with what?
I will go look at the computer and see if I can glean anything from it.
Okay. This is locked and password protected.
Okay. Does my phone hacking abilities allow me any sort of leverage hacking a computer?
I'll let you have a try at it.
Okay. Because I picked that for my tool rather than another.
Admin.
So it's I rolled a 13 on the dice. I don't know what you want me to add for.
Well, I would say that you would add proficiency because you picked it as a tool, and
Okay.
I would feel like this is probably an int-based skill.
Okay, so this would be like 17 at 18.
Okay. You make a few attempts, and you realize, as you're doing it, you know this security system enough to know how to cover your tracks so that they can't tell that you were trying to hack in, and you do it just enough times to not lock it out or cause any alerts, but you're not able to get in.
Okay. If can I snatch anything, any papers or anything like that I could take with?
She says, "Did you see that?
What?
I thought I saw something move in the other cell.
Oh shit!
It's like a shimmer. Are we being watched?"
More than likely.
Why don't we?
She goes and runs back to her cell area and like sits back down on the bed. I didn't try to escape. I'm being good.
Dear, let's get you out of here. Come on, let's go as fast as we
We got a
can.
prisoner in there.
You think it's a prisoner?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It's the same type of cell that you were in, right?
Yeah.
We can't see anything.
Do you want to open? Oh, do you want to open it and I'll go look?
No. Do you want us to open it and you can go look?
I don't know. I'm just. If you think it's a prisoner, we should help. I don't want what's happening to me to happen to anyone else. I just don't know why we can't see them. I just saw like a flicker.
This is such a bad idea, but I'm gonna go cell. He does.
Okay, you go open the cell.
I want to say something first.
Okay.
Is there anything in there? Can you talk to us?
You don't hear anything.
And we don't see anything. Can we look up at the ceiling where the cell is?
Sure.
Through the shimmer? What do we see up there?
You see some kind of recessed device with like a little bubble in the ceiling.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That's a camera, isn't it?
Might be. You're not sure. You'd have to investigate closer to see for sure.
No, I think I'm fine here. Listen, if there is a being in this cell and you can hear my voice, we are about to leave. So I'm giving you the same offer. If you can make it known to us why we should let you out, do so now or forever hold your peace. And I say it in Sylvan as well.
Okay. You hear something faint from inside, but you can't make out what it is.
Son of a beep, Brian. Oh God. We can't make out what it is?
No, you cannot.
If they're trapped, we can help them.
Get ready in case it's bad.
Okay.
And I will lower the force field.
Okay, shimmer goes away. And she says, "Do you want me to go in and check?"
No, I'll check.
Okay.
Brian, what's a Tarask sound like?
They are so quiet you can't even hear them. They
That's
got like
what I thought.
they get like +20 to stealth.
I want
Yeah,
to.
that's what I figured.
I want to pull my hat, like cover my face if I
Okay,
can.
sure.
And investigate the area
How are you investigating the area?
carefully with great gusto.
Okay.
Ooh,
But-
can I dispel magic on that area?
You can certainly try. Sure.
I'm going to dispel magic on that area
Okay.
where flashy, shimmery thing was.
What level spell is that?
Level 3.
Interesting. And we are still surrounded by computer equipment, correct?
We sure are.
Yep.
I didn't think about that.
Perfect. I
So
love it.
Zuki's like, I got this. And
And
Dispel
just so you know,
magic.
Brian, I'm still upstairs.
are
in the
you?
room
Oh,
where-
okay. You're upstairs in the room. In that case, give me a perception check.
Well, and I was also going to say I'm actually have sent Zorro around the corner
Oh, okay.
and seen if he can get close enough to a place where I can first peek around real quick, see if I can see the lady sitting in there, and if they're still sitting in that room, what I would like to do is see if I can listen. Well, I don't know that the other lady's here yet, but
She is. So
Okay.
now Zorro, does Zorro get some kind of bonus to stealth or something?
yeah, he gets a +5 to his stealth.
Okay. And would he be covered with Pass Without a Trace because he was technically with all of you when it was cast, right?
He's his own entity.
So then
and
he
he
gets-
gets his own initiative and everything else. So I'm
So
assuming that
give me a +15 stealth check for Zorro.
plus 19 and 15, that would be 30, 34.
Zephyr, why can't you be more like Zorro? He is so quiet.
Man, Zorro's so cool.
Zorro like slinks along the wall and finds a shadow to just sit in, and like he's like sitting right out in the open in a shadow, and nobody notices Zorro at all.
His
And-
back flips to get there.
He does. Does a little tumbling run down the hallway. Whoop, 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 whoop. A little 1.5 gainer lands. You know.
Does his little weasel dance when he gets there. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Nope.
That's what it sounds like.
Have you never seen the weasel dance? Anyways,
Demonstration later.
Oh, guys, Polly Shaw just sent us a restraining order. Reference Weasel.
Okay. So you're there, and this woman comes to the door, and
no, I'm just seeing right now. I can't both listen and hear.
oh,
I
okay.
mean, listen and see. But are they obviously? If they're not anywhere nearby, then I'm going to go ahead and switch to ears.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
That's what
they're
I'd like to do.
they're standing at the doorway having a conversation.
Okay, then I'm going to switch to ears.
You switch to
and
audio.
listen to see if I can hear anything. Yep.
Very good. I'm glad that you've taken care of it. Here's the agreed upon amount. And the woman that was at the house reaches into her cardigan. She has like a housewifey kind of sweater, and she pulls out a very thick envelope and hands it to the other woman, who opens it. And well, you can't see that. I'm sorry. You can only hear it.
I'm listening and hearing the cardigan and everything.
It's you really good hearing. You hear what sounds like the riffling of paper, and the woman that arrived says, "That is very good. I am glad we could do business together."
Now, is this an accent that I've heard before?
No, it is
that I can
not.
discern?
It is.
Okay.
It is not. We will make sure that he is kept out of the way until such time as you request otherwise. If our business is concluded, I believe I will be on my way. There are some people who are interested in my presence. I think I shall go and see what they are up to.
She's
Well-
not gonna have to go far.
That is fine. Have yourself a pleasant day, but don't do anything foolish or call attention to yourself. Don't worry, I can be subtle. And you hear footsteps, and then you hear the door closing.
Okay, as that's happening, I go ahead and switch back to Vision.
And she goes and she shuts and locks the door, and you see her punching a code into a keypad by the door.
Am I able to discern the keypad?
You are not, because she has put her body between the keypad and almost every sight angle in a fairly professional looking manner.
Okay.
Oh, who'd we lose? Zuki!
Zuki.
Yay! We made it. Hey, and you know what your camera made me realize is we've been like so into this that we haven't taken a break yet.
Oh God, yeah, it's
it's-
like 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock. Why don't we take a short break so that our audience, if nothing else, I know. I want to keep going and just push through to the end. But that's how into it we were tonight. This is just flowing so well. But let's take like 5 minutes and hop back so that we can finish strong. Okay. Thank you all in the audience for bearing with us. We're so somebody sometime threw onto the Twitch chat. I don't know if you saw a plot twist. It's Zephyr's mom. That would have been a great plot twist, but no, that is not who it is. Zaro did not, or Zephyr through Zaro's eyes did not recognize the person at the door. This woman was much younger than Zephyr's mom. No offense to Zephyr's mom. So we're going to take about 5 minutes, and then we will be right back with you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and sorry we ran so long on the first act. We'll see you in a minute. Bye. Welcome back. I remembered to unmute myself, and no one had to remind me. I bet that they were planning on not reminding me because they were hoping I would forget, and it would have been hilarious, but joke's on you. Ha. Welcome back. Right before the break, Zorro had just seen this conversation end and had bounded back towards Zephyr.
I'm so sorry.
What?
Firehawk, can't hear you. Just kidding.
See, I didn't see it, so it didn't work. Good try. Good try.
And actually, if the woman's not returning, I'm leaving Zorro out there, just kind of keeping an eye on seeing what she's doing.
Okay. She walks down the hallway in your direction.
She's coming in our direction.
Yep.
Okay, so I actually call Zorro back.
Tracy, is your door open?
Yes.
I was going to say, we're getting a little feedback.
I forgot.
You are forgiven.
Now, was the door that we're in, do I know if it was open or closed before?
It was closed.
Okay, well, I'm going to put it to as small crack as possible for right now.
Okay.
And go, she's heading this way.
All right, let's let downstairs catch up now. All right, so Reg, how is it that you are searching this open cell now?
By walking into it trepidatiously.
Okay.
Examining the cell.
We're in this,
I don't know. Wherever I saw a flicker of movement, I would be wary of the chair because the chair is the only thing in there that's not in the other cell itself.
So you're giving the chair a wide berth?
Correct.
Okay.
But the bed, the walls, and then I would look at the chair and sort of poke it with the rapier.
Okay. Initiative?
Oh!
Tracy, you are correct, by the way.
Ooh, okay. Just for me or for everyone in the room?
For everyone in the room, but
Okay. That
15.
is 17.
okay. Oh, that's right. Zephyr isn't there, and I will roll for. She got an 8. So, Reg, you poke at it with your rapier, suspicious, so you're not going to be surprised as the cushion lifts up and a tongue whips out at you.
Woof.
Oh.
Called it.
You did. You called it seconds before in the chat. Well done. And Nat 19, so I'm pretty sure Reg is going to get hit.
Yes, Reg is going to get hit hard.
And Reg is going to take a grand total of 9 points of acid damage as the tongue wraps around and grapples you.
Can I do the uncanny dodge to that?
I think I'm trying. I mean, by rule you can. I'm just trying to think. We'll say that you were able to avoid some of the damage by shifting your body. You're still grappled.
Okay.
But you instead only took 4 points of acid damage, and once again, your freshly mended suit.
Son of a. Okay. I will do insightful fighting. So I need unless I may not be up in the initiative.
No, you are. You are next.
All right. Oh no, I know this thing inside and out. I fought one. They named it after me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you roll? Nat 20?
19.
Okay. You've definitely this seems a little different than any mimic that you've seen before, but similar enough for you to understand its fighting style / approach.
Okay, I'll take a swing with the rapier.
Okay.
That is a 16.
A 16 will hit.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, Zephyr, for the magic rapier. 9, 15, 18, 24 points of damage.
Very nice. Zuki, I believe you are up.
I am going to use my bonus action to cast Flame Blade.
Okay.
I'm going to hit it with my Flame Blade.
Very good.
So.
Oh, by the way, I don't remember if I said, but when you did your Dispel Magic, there were lots of sparks all around the room as just about every single piece of electrical equipment shorted out. You fried the computers, the cameras, you know.
You're welcome. I meant to do that.
Okay.
It was my plan all along. So, yeah. Anyway, that was a 25 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
And 11 points of damage.
And is that what kind of damage is it?
Ooh,
Ice.
Oh, that's ice damage.
Okay.
With my flame blade.
Yep.
It's icy flame. It's a winter ice flame thing.
That's right. Icy hot. That's what it is. Okay. And your friend who you released freaks out and runs and hides behind the desk.
She's so helpful.
Now it is the mimic's turn, and it is going to pull Reg toward it as the tongue begins retracting into the cushion. And Reg, you are going to take another 6 points of acid damage, and
Okay.
I need for you to make a strength save.
Oh, not Reggie's strong suit. That is an 8.
Okay. Reg, you are pulled closer, and you are probably seconds from being sucked into the chair.
Zuki, little help, please. Can I cut the tongue off?
You can certainly try.
I will try desperately to cut the tongue off.
Okay.
That is a 27.
That will hit.
That is 32 points of damage.
Ooh, very nice.
I rolled an 8 on my d8, 2 6s, and a 2 for my sneak attack.
Wow.
Stupid 2. All right.
Perfect.
You manage to cut into the tongue, but you do not sever it completely.
Oh, shoot.
Zuki?
I'm going to try to cut the tongue too.
Okay.
Go for the tongue too. So
The tongue too?
the tongue too, that's a 15.
15 hits.
And that's a 14 damage.
And Zuki comes over with her ice blade and she slashes across, and the tongue is severed, and Ichor just starts spraying everywhere, and it's just... And the shape changes from a chair to some kind of weird amorphous blob with teeth, as it just kind of turns into a puddle on the ground, and it's just laying there.
It's an odd question. Aren't the teeth somewhat collectible? Like, wouldn't Gray love these?
You know, Gray might love these teeth, but as you're trying to decide, can I pry some of these teeth out, Zephyr's like, guys, she's coming our way.
Okay, yeah, can I try to grab, like, one?
No,
that's fine. We leave.
Did you want to try to grab anything, like, easy on the way out, or?
Yes. Anything. Nothing electronic, papers, a wallet, business card.
Okay, Zuki and Reg, each of you give me a a number 1 to 20.
Go ahead, Zook.
17.
Okay.
1.
Okay. And you guys each like look around, you grab something and you bolt up the stairs. And you notice the woman isn't there anymore.
Oh,
Over there?
What's that?
They're talking about the woman you released, I'm assuming.
Oh, that woman. Got it. Okay, I understand.
Now, has this old woman or the woman of the house come around the corner heading down this hallway that we're in?
Well, she was heading down the hallway. That's how you knew she was
Oh,
coming
was
in your
she
direction.
already?
Oh, yeah.
Well, as soon as I know that she's coming down the hallway, I'm trying to picture the whole house thing. Anyways, I'm going to send Zorro on the other side of her.
Like
and
try to distract her with Zorro.
And I'm going to try to distract her, have him go into the front room and start making squeaky noises
Okay.
and darting in under furniture and things of that nature.
Now, are you watching through his eyes or listening through his ears?
I am doing neither. I'm actually
Okay.
keeping an eye on the woman and just telepathically communicating with him, trying to tell him what he needs to be doing.
What do you mean you're keeping an eye on the woman? So you're going to open the doorway and lean out into the hall?
No, I'd left it open just a slight crack. I didn't close it all the way. And so...
No, it opens.
Well-
It opens into the room. Sorry,
Oh,
you
okay.
wouldn't be able to see out.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
That's okay. Then, yeah, I'll actually be watching through his eyes as I've got him running around in the front room and squeaking and stuff at this moment.
Okay. She sees this and she turns and she walks after him, and you see her. So he's like dancing around doing little antics. You see her reach inside her cardigan for something.
Oh, no.
Okay, and I have him dash underneath any furniture he can and just doing his best interpretation of a quick little mouse making lots of noise.
Okay. And you see her lips moving,
And-
but
While she's distracted,
Mhm.
Can I tell if these guys have come up on me or not?
Yeah,
I mean,
they-
I can't hear them.
what do you guys look?
I'm actually...
Do you guys
all
look
I
around
have-
for the woman or the woman that was downstairs with you? Red Zuki?
Oh, didn't she run upstairs?
You didn't see. She was hiding behind the desk.
And you're muted.
You're muted,
Red.
Billy.
Yeah, I'll run around and look for her because
Okay.
I want her to be able to get out.
You look and you don't see her anywhere, and like as you're looking, and Zephyr's like, guys, come on! You just grab a folder off of the desk, and you just like
Yeah.
run up the stairs.
as we go running up the stairs, do I notice any new furniture in the room?
You do not.
Okay. I will run upstairs
Okay.
and try to see if we can get out of the house.
Okay.
And as soon as I notice that she's distracted with Zorro, hopefully with her back turned to the kitchen area.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gone into like the little den room off of the front, so she's not in the hallway at all.
Well, I'm going to leave him with continued messaging, telepathic message that he's darting in under furniture, doing whatever he can, dodging around, making noise, and like, we got to get out of here now. And open the door quietly, and
Okay.
let's start making our way out the hall.
Okay. Final stealth check for each of you.
Whew, nice.
It's much better.
32.
32.
Is Pass Without a Trace concentration?
Ooh, yeah, it is. I don't have that anymore. do
Oh.
I? Wait a minute.
No, because
Hang on.
It's Flame Blade.
it's Flame Blade concentration. I thought Flame Blade was just a duration spell, but
Yeah.
I think it is. No, it's also concentration.
okay. So yeah, so Pass Without a Trace is gone, so that's only a 22, not a 32.
Yep.
But the good news is I'm also a 22.
Zeph?
And I'm at 19.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Rolled a 12 this time instead of the 2.
There you go.
Sneaky.
So you guys slip out the back door, closing the door behind you, leaving everything back the way it was, and you.
And as soon as we get out the door, I call Zorro back.
Okay.
And by calling back, I mean going into his little planar pocket.
Right. Well, you call him back, but before he can arrive, and give me a perception because he's hiding behind things, so it's hard to see what she's doing.
I'm unable to see through his eyes anymore.
Oh, okay. Then you feel your connection with him sever.
Okay. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Now, are the two of you waiting in the van, or where are you? Nick is shaking his head. Keel, where?
You tell him, Keel.
Well, we would have been waiting outside of the van
Okay.
at this point.
So the car pulls around the corner, and the woman gets out of the car and walks over. So, tell me, boys, what is it you're looking for? Someone likes to watch.
I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am.
Are you sure you don't know what I am talking about?
Other than your lovely dress?
Such a flatterer. And she flashes her eyes at you, and I need for you to make a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Oh my.
At disadvantage, I still rolled a 19.
Okay.
Golden snitch.
Did I notice anything or no?
No, you did not. She pulls a business card out and hands it to you and says, "Call me," and walks back over, gets in her car, and drives away.
Take a look at the business card.
There's a phone number on it, and it says Elizabeth Morgan.
Does that name ring any bells? for
Does
you at
not
all?
ring any bells whatsoever.
Okay. I'll show it to Nick.
It's a nice card, just not as nice as another one I've seen.
It's true. Well, hopefully they're wrapping up. We should probably get out of here.
And you guys go running around the side of the house and sneaking your way up the street. Zuki, perception check, please.
18.
As you guys are making your way up the street, you see in the bushes of one of the houses on the side of the road, like on this street, at first glance, it looks like a dog, but then you realize it's a wolf, and there's something familiar about the wolf to you.
I tell everybody, guys, that wolf, it looks familiar. Do you recognize it?
Is it the woman that we rescued?
No, doesn't look familiar to you, Reg.
No? It looks like a generic wolf that
It
you would
looks-
find on any street in Boston.
No, you wouldn't find it on any street in Boston, but it looks like a wolf. It looks a little out of place now that it's been pointed out to you, but if you weren't as familiar with the animal kingdom, you might just think it was a large dog and just kind of, it's just, someone's dog in their yard.
No,
We're
this.
decently far from the house at this point, right?
Yeah.
Slow down. Like, let me out.
Are you
Are
sure
we in
that's
the van yet?
No, you're not at the van.
do I get? It looks familiar, like good familiar or bad familiar?
Give me an insight.
Yeah, because I like what could be 17. Oh gosh, 24.
Good familiar. Very pleasantly familiar, and you're
It's like dad familiar almost. Just kidding.
Or not?
Yes, guys, slow down, please.
We're not in the van, but we can slow down walking.
Oh, I thought we were in the van. Okay,
No.
yeah, I'm gonna go. I thought we were in the van. I'm gonna go look.
it sniffs at you, and it like looks over at Reg and Zephyr, and then back at you, and it's like it's tentatively wants to come out of the bushes, but it's worried,
I walk all the way over the bushes
and it
and I say, "Look, friend."
it whimpers and barks at you a little bit, and as you get closer, you can kind of see the markings, and you realize this is one of the wolves that you stay with when you stay at the zoo.
Ooh, I cast speak with the animals.
Okay. Says, so glad I found you. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I didn't know you were going to be here.
Well, I guess that's lucky for both of us.
What are you doing here?
Did you see the green lady? Actually, dogs are colorblind. Did you see the lady, the sparkly lady?
Did you see the gray lady?
Did you see the gray lady with the sparkles?
This would have been the woman that Zephyr saw and they saw, but I didn't see, right?
Right.
Okay. I didn't. Is everybody else around? Are you guys around?
They're still at the van, which is like, half a block away or so.
I didn't, but perhaps one of my companions did. Why?
She is bad. She brings trouble to our zoo, to our home.
So then why are you here?
I snuck out. I followed her to see what she was doing. I wanted to get help.
What is she doing to the zoo?
Hurting people.
Hurting people or hurting the animals?
People are animals too.
I don't understand.
Hurting you and your friends?
Hurting those like us and those like you.
Okay. How is she hurting them?
With claws and with punishments.
How can I help?
I don't know. Come and bring friends. You understand us. Perhaps you can help.
Okay. Is there anything else I need to know?
She is not alone.
Who should we watch out for?
They have teeth and scales.
Like snakes?
Snakes.
Are they like her, but like snakes? Or are they more like just regular snakes?
They are like her and like snakes at the same time.
When should we be there?
Whenever you can.
Okay.
I don't want to go back, but I don't want to leave my family alone. I must. I'm so glad I found you, and he nuzzles against you.
Don't worry, friend. We'll be there.
I will do what I can. And you know
We'll
that
see.
you know that he knows how to get out because you basically helped rig up their cage so that they can sneak out and run around when you
Okay.
were staying there. When you broke in. They're your
Okay.
pack.
Cool. All right. So I watch him go. He goes.
He leans his forehead against yours for a minute and just rests there. And then he pads back off into the bushes, and then...
All right. I head back towards the van.
Okay.
And I convey this information to them.
Okay. By the way, at the break, Nick says to me, "What do I know about Yuan-Ti?" So good
You're saying
instinct.
this is Nick's fault. No, I'm just kidding.
And it isn't mine at all.
It's payback for the pit.
Pit.
We share with them everything that went down. I don't know if they are forthcoming with what happened with them in the van.
Are you guys forthcoming with what happened with you in the van?
Yeah,
Not a damn thing happened.
except for the woman dressed in green. And then
Whoa.
Flash the card.
Was she ugly?
Yeah.
But Keel, she was
So
really
that's
she was
what
really
we talked
nice.
about.
She was really nice, Keel. It couldn't have been her.
Oh no, that's how you feel, Keel.
Oh, that's how I feel.
Oh yeah. And Keel's like, I'll just call her. I'll clear this whole misunderstanding up.
Hang on there, Chief. Why don't you let me call her? I'll take care of it.
Hey, do you guys want to hear what they were talking about when she was at the house?
Yes, please.
And I let her know that she had a strange accent. In fact, I try to mimic her accent as I'm talking to him and explain everything that went on at the door as best I can.
Okay. You guys get the lowdown. What he heard, what he saw. The accent is exotic, but not one that you can place.
Okay.
If an Asian and a Russian had a baby or something like that.
They're not able to place it.
Exactly.
I don't know. The way you're doing it, you sound like the snake from the Jungle Book movie. Like,
Trust in me.
I don't know. I didn't think I sounded that much like Winnie the Pooh.
how far away, Zuki? Do you want to go to the zoo right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. We will head that way then. How far away is it from where we are currently?
Let me go to Google Maps and I will tell you. But I can tell you that this zoo, which is Franklin Park Zoo, is not far from Olmsted Park, which you may remember having visited.
What did we snag on our way out? Do we have time in the car ride to see what we took?
Sure, absolutely. So you snagged a folded up piece of paper, and Zuki, you snagged a folder.
Yes.
The folded up piece of paper has a phone number on it.
Okay.
And the folder has a very interesting heading.
Okay.
Project Mizuki.
Is there anything else in the folder?
There's a lot of papers in the folder.
How much time do I have to look at those papers?
You probably got 20 minutes or so. Are you when you see the title, do you show it to people, or do you kind of clutch it close and start curling up over it and...
Oh, I'm not showing it to them yet. No, I want to look at it more.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
9, 10.
10.
Ready to shoot
Yeah.
your heads at Zuki.
But I mean, it tracks. Let's be honest here. So you're,
Oh, yeah.
you're driving the car and you're kind of leafing through these papers, and um, something is off about them to you. You can't place your finger on it. On the surface, it seems like notes on your childhood development.
Did she lick the paper yet?
She has not licked the paper yet, no. But you're reading through it, and the notes are, talking about different developmental stages, and most of it is stuff, you were too young to remember, but there are a couple of events in there from your childhood that you do clearly remember. There's an entry about the day your mom left.
Like a clinical sort of entry?
Yeah, like a clinical sort of entry.
What kind of is it like almost like they planned or someone planned for mom to leave, or is it more like a, hey, surprise, let's see how this affects her because this spontaneous thing happened?
It's more like hey, didn't expect her to go after him. We'll monitor the situation. Mizuki is upset, but bearing up well. She is seeking comfort, which I am happy to provide.
Oh, okay. So I flip forward about 2 years if there are dates on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the entries stop right before Grandma died.
And then that's it. There's no more entries.
And there's no more entries after that.
Oh.
Actually, no, that's not true. There is one entry says, there's a note. Project Mizuki AWOL unable to locate archiving file for now.
Okay, I'm not gonna share it yet. I'm gonna keep it so that I can read it more thoroughly.
And give me an insight check.
17.
You think it's curious that a file whose last entry was archive for now was sitting out in the open on top of a desk.
They wanted me to find it.
Or it was so soon after you were there recently.
Oh, they took it out because they knew it was me.
Or at least suspected. You're not sure if they know or if they're just suspicious.
Okay. All right.
And so you
Do any of us notice her poring over this, or?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, yeah,
it's
I
the
mean-
most awkward car ride as we go to the zoo,
Like-
and
Red.
I'm gonna have to tell them about it.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, but it's going to be obvious that you're concealing. But yeah, Red just like, oh, cool, I got a phone number. What did you get? And Zuki's just sitting quietly in the back by herself. It's like Reg is all the way up at the front, and Zephyr and Nick are in the middle, and Keel is driving, and Zuki is like leaning against the back corner in the van, and she's like, "Not now, not now." And
what
she's
did you
like,
find, Zuki? Oh, nothing. Like,
Can we talk about it after the zoo? Look at the file. Look at the title on the file.
if I look at the title of the file, the pellet with the poison, I'm going to want to read the file. So we'll wait till after the zoo. I trust you. We trust you.
Okay.
it is kind of personal. All right, you guys get to the zoo. It's still daylight, so the zoo is still open.
I
What's the
have
plan?
my way in, right? Because I don't pay to go into the zoo.
No, God, you don't pay to go to the zoo.
So I go around to the side of the zoo where I sneak in and out of the zoo.
Mhm.
And sneak into the zoo and they can follow behind me.
Insight?
Yeah, are we going into the lion's den here, or?
Literally and figuratively.
21. Yeah, I entered through the lion's den. What's up with you guys? Jeez.
Well, that's not the part that concerns you. You're not so much worried about. You're not worried so much about the danger because it's like, all of these animals are friendly. I mean, this is not a problem, but you're thinking that you can sneak in and kind of go shadow to shadow. You think it might be conspicuous if 5 of you try to sneak
Okay.
in through an animal enclosure.
You guys can go pay. I'm gonna go in this way and say hi to some of my friends along the way.
Yeah, because splitting the party is a really good idea.
Where
I'll
are we
meet
going to
you at
meet? Meet at the monkeys.
I'll meet at the monkeys.
Okay. We walk to the entrance of the zoo and buy tickets.
Absolutely.
No, gosh. Oh, backpedal. I'm going to buy tickets. With the way you said that, that was scary.
No.
No. By all means.
Live your truth, Zuki.
Go by yourself.
I snuck in.
By yourself.
I don't like the way you said absolutely.
Now, don't read anything into what the DM is doing. Come on.
He's rolling initiative secretly.
So you sneak in, and you actually have several ways of sneaking in. So, which animal would you like to sneak in near?
The wolves.
Okay.
Because that's not where they were at.
You go. You get in through the wolf. You get in. You climb up a wall. You have like things leaned up against it, and you go through an opening into a cave, and you push open the door, and you sneak into the wolf enclosure, and they immediately all swarm around you. I mean, there are some that are outside in the yard playing because they realize you guys have talked about this sort of a thing, and that it would look weird if all of them suddenly went inside at the same time. And so they make sure to have like sentry wolves outside. These are now kind of, they're still wild, but you've trained them to a certain degree to help keep your secret and your cover. And so
I do not cast talk with animals right now. I'm gonna hold off just in case I need it later.
makes sense. And to be perfectly honest, you don't need speak with animals to communicate with them entirely. You've been around them long enough that basic communication is not really a problem. And there's a litter of wolf pups that swarm you, and they're crawling all over you, and you spend a few minutes playing with them before letting them know in body language and with whimpers and snorts and such that you need to sneak out now. And so they do some kind of distraction at the other end of the enclosure, and you slip away. And then you're in the zoo, just a regular old person walking around with hood up or hood down?
Hood up towards the monkeys.
Hood up towards the monkeys enclosure. Okay. And you guys go and you buy tickets to the zoo, and you get in, and you make your way to the monkeys. And when you get there, Zuki is just standing outside and poking at the enclosure, and the monkeys are playing with her as much as they can from a distance.
Reggie is trying to keep distance away from any sort of animal enclosure or children. Doesn't want children to touch him or the animals.
By the
Nor
way,
should you want children to touch you?
by the way, Zephyr has mending, right?
I do not.
Who has mending?
I do.
Because you would have noticed the state of your clothing in the car, and we'll say that Zuki would have had the sense to. Zuki wouldn't have had the sense to mend it on her own, but you would have asked.
But I would have asked. Is there this is a weird question. Is there a random person being douchey to the animals, like making faces and banging on the glass and things like that?
It's Nick. Yeah, you see a kid being kind of obnoxious to the monkeys.
Cool. I'm gonna go over there and bang on the glass and say, "Hey, don't mess with the animals." And as I do that, I'm gonna steal his cell phone.
It's like an 8-year-old.
Oh, okay.
So he has an iPhone 8, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Right. It's Boston.
He's like making like poo flinging motions and stuff like that, and
Yeah. Okay, so I can't steal the.
Yeah,
probably doesn't have a phone.
he does not.
Cool. I load a crossbow bolt. Uh, message in the crossbow
Yeah,
and say, "Hey, I'm the clown that's under your bed. I'll see you tonight," and I'll fire it at him.
I'd still like to point out that you will be holding a crossbow and pointing it at a child in a public place. Even though you're not actually shooting him, that would be super suspicious behavior.
Never mind.
Now,
It's
if you
less
wanted
fun.
if you wanted to go and try and stealth and then do it, say
I
hide
just
and
I would rather not waste any more of the group's time than I have and steal a passerby's
Okay.
cell phone at random.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I took it. I took it so good.
Okay.
It's like a 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
You grab a pretty good cell phone.
I want to call that number that I found
Okay.
in the place.
You dial the number, and it rings twice. And when it picks up, it's a recorded voice on the other end, and it says something that you don't understand. You just hear a lot of hissing and sibilant type sounds, and then it disconnects.
Okay. Interesting. I will file that away.
Oh, at some point I would have looked at the paper that I got off the refrigerator.
Okay. And so you do the little scribbly thing.
Yeah, where you like rub over it with. I would have grabbed a pencil or
Yeah.
find a pencil. You can find a pencil.
Yeah.
There's a really cool zebra on the end of this pencil that you find.
Totally.
Absolutely. And you know that zebra. He's a friend of yours. And you scribble on it, and there's multiple layers of things written on here. It looks like, the thing that's the darkest looks like a grocery list. And there's also you see faintly what looks like it might be a to-do list as well, but you're getting the impression that the upstairs is all about creating the perception of a really normal house, almost excessively normal.
Okay. Cool. Worth checking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, we Zuki, take the wheel.
The what?
We're at the zoo, darling, and we have
Yes.
no tie to these animals whatsoever.
Right. There's a sparkly lady that's hurting them, and her friends who are snake-like and people-like at the same time.
There's a sparkly lady hurting the animals here at the zoo, and they've asked you to help them?
Yes.
Okay. Did they mention?
Yes, friends that are snake-like and people-like.
Can we put that together? What they are with snake-like and people-like?
Yeah. Especially given Nick's recent experience, I think you can.
Okay. Can we then sort of understand that they're probably hunting the animals here for sport or food?
You could draw that conclusion if you wanted. You're not sure if anything supports that or not yet.
They're also hurting people like us.
They're hurting people like us.
Well, according to my friends, yeah.
Where?
Here.
Where?
Here.
Here.
Where?
Oh, this could go on
In
for a
this
while.
location. The zoo.
And you can't narrow that down?
Well, we could go back and talk to my wolf friends. Or maybe we can just talk to the monkeys and see if they know anything about it.
Yes. Well, that sounds like something that we could all do.
Would you like me to ask the monkeys?
Sure. Why the hell not?
Or anything that might be helpful to save the people that you're here to try to help. I don't know.
Okay, cool. I cast Speak with Animals and
Okay.
go, hey, monkey.
One of the monkeys swings over as close to the edge as he can get. Ooh, what?
I was talking to my wolf friends, and he said that there's a sparkly lady that's here that's hurting you guys, and or the beings of the zoo, and he has people snake friends. Do you know anything about this?
Oh yeah, they came in at night. They come in at night and they took one. They took a guy. He was he like you.
A guy like me?
Yeah.
They took him away?
He was tied up, and he looked like he wasn't feeling right. He was kind of woozy, and they dragged him away.
Do they come here every night?
Most nights.
About what time did they get here? Around the time of the sunset, or just before, or just after, or what time did they get here?
They get here at the dark times, the sleepy times.
So well past the sun setting.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you know where they usually arrive?
They come by here.
Okay. Is there anyone else in the zoo that we should talk to get more information?
I don't know. I just know they went by here. He was nice though.
Okay. Thank you.
He tried to ask us for help.
He did.
Yeah.
Did he say anything else?
No. Just help me.
And you couldn't help him?
No, we were in here and he was out there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That sucks.
Yeah. We tried to tell the other animals too.
You did?
Yeah.
Could they help?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So what I do is I run around because I've got 10 minutes on this Speak with Animals. So I
Good.
run around to any other kind of animals in the area to see if I can get any.
As you're running away, he's like, "Got any food?"
Not right now, but I'll see if I have some later.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, so I see if I can gather any more
So
relevant information.
what the rest of you guys see is just like her,
Yeah.
you know, and like him, like squeaking and jumping up and down on the branch and everything. And then as she leaves, he like hangs upside down and he's like staring after her and just like waiting intently.
Okay. I guess we follow her.
Okay, so I'm trying to find out, like, basically any additional information, what this guy looked like, any distinguishing features, or what made him special, like if he worked at the zoo. If there were other people that had been taken,
Okay. So,
or animals, and what's been done to them. So I'm
they're
gonna ask local research about that.
you find out from talking to an assortment of creatures at the zoo that there are a lot of these people here, and or these snake people, and they've taken multiple people in over the last few weeks, and this guy is the only one that tried to ask them anything.
Okay.
And
what did this guy look like, or did he have any distinguishing features or clothing? Like, was he a zoo employee?
he was not a zoo employee, and he was tall-ish, for a human, young, had long black hair.
Show them my ears and ask if he had ears like mine.
No, they
No.
they point at Reg and they say ears like his.
Okay, I'm conveying this information to them as we go from animal to animal. So at some point, Reggie, what is it that you are gasping about?
Oh, I stubbed my toe. But but Billy is very familiar with a certain druid with long black hair, but he is currently homed in Washington, D.C.
He is. He lives in D.C. You know this guy. And one of them, one of the animals, in fact, very interestingly, you're talking to a bison who says that he was wearing one of us on the back of his jacket. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
You just set up the cross.
Did I? Fire has been freaking out for at least the last half hour. I have to go back and look and see what the exact time code is where Fire started freaking out because she realized it a little bit earlier. But Fire has been freaking out for at least the last half hour. So, based off of that, thank you all again for tuning in. And for those of you who stuck with us this far, some of you who also watch Web of Lies may have an inkling of what might be happening this Friday. Because our erstwhile druid in DC has gone missing. He was kidnapped by Yuan-Ti, as a matter of fact. And all of these pieces seem to be adding up to a spot where he might be held. So I wonder what they're going to do on Friday. Oh, by the way, these guys are leveling up to level 7 today. Because in spite of the fact that you thought you were derailing, this episode actually went almost exactly how I wanted it to go. You guys actually, without being forced, without being dragged, you followed the path that I was planning on you following tonight, including going into the basement and finding the mimic.
Well, there's a first time for
So
everything.
yeah, I mean, your drinks all around. Yes, I'm okay with that. One perfect night, I'm okay with that. You know, one perfect night. But yeah, no, I great job tonight, guys. Thank you all in the Fire is just filling the chat with bleeped out obscenities. I love it. Makes me so happy when Maya gets to watch this later. She is going to be thrilled beyond belief because of how we got Fire to react, and I'm sure Fire is now happy that she was tuned in on the stream as well. So quick announcement reminders. Tune in tomorrow for some Plastered Playground, which will either be Jackbox or Baron Munchausen. Friday, obviously, you'll want to tune in for Web of Lies to find out exactly how this is going to play out. And then Saturday night for some Dread. I'll probably give Billy the lowdown on what the story is so he can tease it tomorrow. We're still finalizing. There's one of two directions to go, and I want to make sure that my players, especially since I have two newbies, I want to make sure that the story is geared towards something that excites them, so I'm trying to get feedback from them on the direction. So I will let you all know tomorrow through the Dreadmaster himself. And then Monday, the penultimate chosen family. So thank you all very much for tuning in and for being with us. You guys are amazing. We'll probably hang in the voice chat for a few because I suspect that most of us are more amped up than usual and possibly a little less exhausted. I was about to say less exhausted than usual as Drunk Dragon yawns.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. And it's not like he and I have a coffee date before 9 tomorrow, but that's okay. We will bear through it. So we will see all of you in the chat momentarily. Thank you all again. And I didn't get a chance to say it earlier, but thanks, Wolf, for a Tier 2 subscription. I didn't see how many months in a row that was, but thank you so much.
Well, that would be number 4.
Number 4. Thank you for the 4th month in a row. We love our subscribers. We love our viewers. We love our Discord members. All of our community. So thank you all. Have a great night and an even better tomorrow.